IELTS vocabulary. Understanding and using bias correctly. Imagine you're scrolling through your social media feed, and you notice that all the news articles seem to support one particular viewpoint. This could be an example of bias, the word we're exploring in today's IELTS vocabulary lesson. Word type. Bias is primarily used as a noun, but it can also function as a verb. Meaning, as a noun, bias refers to a prejudice in favor of or against a person, group, or thing, often considered to be unfair. It's an inclination or tendency that prevents impartial judgment. As a verb, to bias means to influence or prejudice in a particular, typically unfair way. Word history. The term bias has an interesting origin. It comes from the French word bias, which originally referred to a slant or diagonal line. Over time, its meaning evolved to describe a slanted or prejudiced point of view. Antonyms. Some opposites of bias include fairness, impartiality, neutrality, and objectivity. Synonyms. Words with similar meanings to bias include prejudice, partiality, favoritism, and predisposition. Examples used in sentences. Let's look at how we can use bias in context. The journalist was accused of showing bias in her reporting of the political scandal. It's important to recognize our own biases when making important decisions. The study's results were biased due to the limited sample size. Common errors in use. One common mistake is confusing bias with opinion. While everyone has opinions, a bias is an unfair prejudice that prevents objective consideration. Another error is using biased instead of bias as a noun. For example, it's correct to say the report showed bias, not the report showed biased. Understanding and using the word bias correctly can significantly improve your IELTS score. It's particularly useful in Task 2 essays where you might discuss media, politics, or social issues. Remember, recognizing bias in sources is crucial for critical thinking, a skill highly valued in academic contexts. By incorporating this word into your vocabulary, you're not just learning a new term, but also enhancing your ability to express complex ideas about fairness and objectivity.